So in terms of the idea for the Renew Hub, we have to cast our mind back about 5 years now to 2018, when the GMCA were pulling together the contract and specification for the Greater Manchester Waste contract. In their wisdom and foresight, they placed 15% of the marks for what the contract would be assessed against on social value. In terms of SUEZ response, they were equally ambitious. They come up with 54 social value commitments, which included the construction of 3 reuse shops and the Renew Hub. And what you see today is the culmination of that.
So the hub has got 4 distinct zones, and each of those serves a different purpose. So if we break it down into the quarters, the first one is very much set up to receive the items from the household waste centres. We've got 20 of them in Greater Manchester, what everyone commonly calls the tip, and that area is dedicated to receiving the items, triaging them, checking to make sure that they're what we need, that they're safe, cleaning them, and then preparing them to go back out to the shops. The second zone is our creative area. That's where we have our workshops and our pods. That's where we add the value to the items. We clean them, fix them, repair them, upcycle them. That's where we've got our skilled partners working in there. The third zone is where we're stood. It's our click and collect area, where we receive the items that we, a bit more value, a bit more bespoke, and we sell them on our eBay store. The fourth zone, which is behind me, that's our multi-purpose events area. So that's where we undertake a lot of our training and our social value obligations on the contract. We'll be set up for school visits, corporate events, that type of activity. So they're the 4 zones that make up the hub.
I think focusing on reuse is a really important factor in any waste management contract. We deal with 1.1 million tonnes of waste every year, and a huge amount of that is perfectly good material which can be reused, it can be repaired, repurposed and made available. It never needs to actually end up in landfill or energy from waste. So having that as part of a contract has to be at the forefront of local authorities' thinking to really drive waste management up the waste hierarchy.
I work 2 days a week here at the Renew Hub. A lot of people go on courses to learn upholstery, but there's so much more that you need to learn even after you've been on a course. Some of the furniture might not need much doing to it, might just need cleaning. Some of the furniture, strip all the old fabric off, all the old foam. We'll pick new fabrics, we'll get new foam, we'll redo the jobs up. They will then go online as part of the click and collect. And all the money what they sell it for comes back into the merged charity.
In terms of what the Renew Hub has brought for SUEZ in Greater Manchester, well, first and foremost, we've donated over £600,000 to local charities and the Mayor's Homeless Fund from the sale of all the goods and items that come through the hub. We've had over 20 trainees pass through the creative pods, and we'll continue to offer those opportunities to help people get back into work. We've diverted thousands of items from landfill or treatment, and again this hub gives us the platform to continue to do this for many years. But most of all, it's what the publicity that this hub has brought and the place that it now gives to Renew hubs up and down the country, with hopefully a blueprint to inspire people, to show what can be done if you set your ambitions high enough. When we started this project, we had no blueprint for it, so every idea got explored, and I think by doing that, you see the sort of building and the operation that we've created, which we wouldn't have done under our normal sort of waste approach, which is very structured. We've taken a very different approach in the Renew Hub, and we see the benefit of that today. So in terms of the ultimate goal for the Renew Hub, well, it's to put in place a sustainable model which will last for years into the future and continue to create value from Greater Manchester's waste.
We're doing this because we want to create value from waste in Greater Manchester, and we're doing that by renewing its potential.